You've sent out dozens of applications for data analyst roles, but the silence is deafening. No interviews, no callbacks, just rejection after rejection. It feels like you're invisible in a sea of candidates, and the worst part, you don't even know what you're doing wrong. But that's going to end today. Whether it's bypassing dreaded ATS filters or proving your skills without direct experience, I'm sharing 9 tips that can transform your job search and get you noticed. I'm Jeff. I'm a business analyst consultant at UHG, a Fortune 4 company, and I've been on both sides of the table, applying for roles and helping hire for them. So I know exactly what hiring managers are looking for and the mistakes that could cost candidates their opportunities for a new role. The job market is rough right now, but I'm on a mission to help 10,000 people break into data analytics by sharing weekly actionable tips and insights to get you hired. If you're serious about getting your first data role, so hit that subscribe button right now because I'm about to guide you every step of the way. So let's dive in. 1 is reverse engineer job descriptions. Most advice focuses on tailoring resumes, but few teach you how to analyze job descriptions. So this strategy and this tip is going to focus on hidden insights that you can find within the application and descriptions so that you can align it perfectly with what you're sending out. Your resume might get filtered by ATS systems such as the applicant tracking systems before the right people get to see it. Easy way to implement this is first to collect 5 to 10 job descriptions for the roles that you're interested in. You're going to create a spreadsheet or track this even on paper. First, you're going to identify the skills, identify recurring ones like SQL, Tableau. 2, you're going to identify responsibilities, no overlapping tasks and responsibilities such as creating dashboards. Tools, you want to highlight tools like Power BI. Now you're going to use this, once you compile everything together, you're going to use this data to tailor it to your resume and the application that you're sending to each of these companies, as well as your LinkedIn profile. And a bonus tip is to use AI. So use tools like ChatGPT. They can help draft the resume bullets based on these patterns. So just put it into ChatGPT and then just ask it to optimize your resume, your application, and your LinkedIn profile. 2, you're going to build a dynamic core portfolio for maximum flexibility. A core portfolio lets you quickly adapt to different industries or roles, giving you the impression that you have tailored your portfolio for this specific submission. So the way to implement this is you're going to build a core portfolio of 3 to 5 versatile projects. And ideally, you want to have a bank of more projects that you can interchange based on the submission. So here you're going to have things like sales trends analysis. You're going to have different projects, different UIs, different dashboards that you've built that you can showcase inside your portfolio. But here's where it comes in is you need to be able to adapt these different portfolio pieces for specific industries. Figure out how to manipulate them so that they are flexible and then they will meet the requirements of your specific job you're applying for. So this way you get to modularize your portfolio in a way so that it's easy to swap in and out components when you think about it that way, or tweak visuals for specific applications. And then also, if you are still employed, what you can also do is create these side projects while you're at work to build for your portfolio specifically for these applications. For example, if you automate reports or build dashboards, then you can redact the information and then refine them for external use for these specific projects and tailoring it for the applications that you're gunning for in the future. 3 is showcase problem solving with before and after stories. So what you're going to do here is you want to frame your projects as transformational pieces and stories that helps hiring managers see your problem solving process, contextualize it so that they understand it in a way that's easy to understand, and shows the real world impact of your work. So without context or without all of this, even strong projects can appear like they're irrelevant or appear boring and not suited for what they need, making it hard for hiring managers to gauge your value. So what you want to do is structure each of your projects in your portfolio as a mini case study. So what you want to do is you want to describe the before, describe the messy data, the unclear problem, what life was before you were able to solve it. Then you want to talk about your process, explain how you tackled it step by step, And then you want to show the after of the solution and show the final insights and how they drive real business value. 4, you're going to treat LinkedIn like an online dating profile. LinkedIn isn't just a digital resume, it's your professional social proof. Think of it as your online dating profile, but for business and hiring managers and recruiters. This is where recruiters are going to gauge your credibility and your personality. Without an optimized LinkedIn profile, you become invisible to recruiters who use the platform to scout for talent. So think of this strategy like dating. What's the first thing that people do when they're interested in someone, or when they first meet someone? They exchange social media and then they check out their social media profile. I know friends who've only responded to messages after scoping out their entire profiles and then decided to respond back to a text message. So you recruiters are going to do something similar, and you want to make sure that your LinkedIn convinces them that you're worth reaching out to. One of the things you also want to do is post strategically on LinkedIn. You want to share projects, insights. For example, a post, here's a Tableau dashboard I created to reduce churn by 15%, but make sure to redact all the confidential business information, patient information, so you don't get in trouble. 5, you're going to develop micro portfolios that show you're a perfect fit. Micro portfolio is another additional project piece that you're putting into your portfolio that is tailored to the specific job that you're applying for. Unlike the core portfolio piece that we talked about earlier, this is going to be designed to prove that you understand their specific challenges, because a generic portfolio might have the hiring managers question your fit to the business. So merely outlining how you solve their business problems can demonstrate value even without a completed project. So you're going to have a few custom tailored projects or just one highly targeted project. And then even beyond that, if you have the time, you can create a thought process of how you would tackle other problems that they're facing inside their industry, and then the step-by-step nature of how you would handle it and your thought process. You could include that at the end of your micro portfolio for that specific piece. I'm not doing this for all of the roles I would apply for, but for the specific ones that I want to stand out and I want a higher chance of making it to an interview. Potential problems that are inside the description, and then you're going to try to solve it with this piece. Also, you can add in more potential solutions to your portfolio, like how I'd optimize inventory or how I'd use predictive analytics to reduce hospital readmissions. And then you would outline either projects that you've had in the past, and then how you would leverage the same thought process and how you solution for this and how you could deliver this solution for them in the future. You don't actually have to create these projects. And then these are just little bonuses that you can add so that they shows the hiring manager and the recruiters that you're being proactive specifically for their application, which will help you stand out for the roles that you really, really want. 6 is going to leverage Reddit and forums to solve industry specific problems. A micro portfolio is only as good as the problems that it addresses and solves. Reddit and forums, Facebook groups, and other forums and venues online that you can meet up with other analysts provide real-world data sets and challenges that you can fuel for your projects. So without relevant data sets, your portfolio risks feeling too generic again, which is why a bunch of these tips are making sure that your portfolio pieces aren't generic and feel disconnected from the job that you're actually applying for. So here you want to explore data sets on Reddit, on the subreddit data sets, or on Kaggle or data.gov. And then apply these data sets to create compelling projects that tie back to your micro portfolio pieces so that you can document the process, share your solutions on LinkedIn or Medium so you can get additional visibility, and tailoring it specifically again to the role that you're applying for. So by incorporating these data sets on these platforms, you ensure that your portfolio is grounded in real world problems that are needed to be solved by the business. 7 is going to leverage explainer videos to stand out. Explainer videos let hiring managers see your technical expertise, your communication skills, and your personality in action. By explainer videos, I don't mean the animated explainer videos, but I mean more of a talking head video where you're going to explain your different pieces and you're going to record it on video, either of a screen share, and then post it on social media, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, so that you can give more context and not just rely on how the hiring manager or the recruiters are going to be interpreting this. Without the dynamic presentation of your work, recruiters might struggle to convert and connect with your portfolio. So videos also showcase your communication skills, critical for roles involving cross-functional teams, and just critical for all roles in general. What you want to do is record short YouTube videos, either from 5 to 7 minutes long. If you have a more complex project, then you can go longer so that you can get all the context that they need into delivering and explaining the project. So here, just keep it simple. Your introduction is just going to be you describing the problem. 2 is the process of you highlighting the tools, your methodology, your step-by-step process, and how you tackle this. You can even highlight problems that you ran into and how you were able to overcome them, and then present the results. Again, this is going to be similar to the before and after that I talked about earlier, but inside a video form. So hearing you explain your project adds depth and makes you more memorable. A lot of candidates are just not going to be doing this. And the video also increases your chances of getting to the next phase, which is getting an interview by showcasing your likability and also showcasing your storytelling skills and your soft skills, which is underrated in my opinion. 8 is anticipate hiring managers' questions with a pre-FAQ. FAQ just stands for frequently asked questions. One of the things that many candidates worry about is transitioning into data analytics. They worry about their lack of experience. A pre-FAQ flips these concerns into framing it into a strength rather than a weakness. You want to address it head on based on the thoughts that they're already having so you can overcome that objection early, showing that you're proactive and that you're also self-aware of the limitations that you have. So here, what you want to do is include a questions you might have or FAQ section inside your portfolio or LinkedIn, and it will address things like lack of experience. And then you're going to highlight highly transferable skills and your portfolio projects, career transition questions, frame it as a strategic move backed by certifications and projects, and then proving job readiness. You're going to emphasize tools, mastered, problem solved through hands-on work, and then linking back to all your non-generic portfolio pieces that we talked about earlier. So all of these tips combine together to make you a stronger candidate. 9, use secret weapon tools to gain an edge. So these are going to be tools that are mentioned inside the job description as preferred or nice to have, but not mastering these niche tools or systems will make you stand out as resourceful or uniquely qualified. These are tools that are just not going to be the norm from like most of the job applications or job descriptions you're going to be looking in for, but even just getting familiar with them, studying them over the weekend will put you a little bit of an edge over the people who just don't even take the effort to do this. Because overlooking these niche tools could leave you unprepared for the role and the specific needs, and also make you just not stand out and get beat out by somebody who has the edge in that experience, even if they just aren't even that experienced, they just know a little bit more than you. So from here, what you're going to do is just research those tools that are mentioned in the job descriptions or LinkedIn profiles of employees inside your targeted role. You can reach out to those employees and get advice of how to learn it and get familiar with it. You can just go on Google, YouTube videos, and then just spend the weekend to get more familiar. If you can create portfolio projects or even just show some beginner level of proficiency, that'll be ideal for you to stand out. And then if you want to go above and beyond, create portfolio projects that showcases you using these tools. And again, even just a basic familiarity with these tools can set you up to be an edging out different candidates inside your interviews. Now that you're equipped with these game-changing tips, the next step is to figure out why exactly you're not getting hired and how to fix it fast. Watch my next video that'll uncover these hidden barriers that are holding you back and the precise steps to break through. So check that out here.